Hey, I'm Sarah Carnes. Frank Bach is here. He's a certified foundation expert with Ohio State Waterproofing, and he's here to share some tips on what you should look for when inspecting your basement for leaks. So we are all ears, Frank, because this is something we don't want to happen.
Sure.
What are some warning signs?
At this time of the year, peeling paint, white powder, cracks, that's pretty normal. A lot of people might experience water, but it's the water we don't see that does the damage. And that's why we want to look for those warning signs, the white powders and so on.
So tell me a little bit about DIY tips that you can share when it comes to damp and leaky basements.
You know, this time of year with the warm weather and then it gets cold in the warm weather, we have to watch that those drains and where all this water is going to melt and go so that we don't end up with an issue. We want to make sure that our sump pumps have some form of backup because they're going to be running terribly, terribly awful. And the last thing is making sure the gutters and snow's away from the house so that you don't have an unwanted problem.
So tell me a little bit about what makes Ohio State Waterproofing different from your competitors.
Well, I think the big thing is we take a problem-solving approach. So we don't just come in and say, here's our solution. We do everything. So for us, we want to find out what's kind of going on and then fit the solution to what you actually have so that we solve the problem the first time.
I'm just curious, what are some of the most common problems that you see?
You know, one of the things that happens is the neglect, where people don't realize that the downspouts and the grading is one of those things they tend to keep building up, and that creates issues. And then the big one is when people finish their basement and don't have it looked at first and then have a problem.
Oh, so if you're thinking about doing that, you should have it looked at first.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, that's a really good tip. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you would like more information, it's ohiostatewaterproofing.com, or you can always call 330-467-1055.